It's Kyle here, and in today's video I'll be continuing my series of videos where I explore the animated world of Star Wars. If you haven't been watching this series, basically I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but a huge hole in my fandom was I'd never seen any of the awesome Star Wars animated content. But with 2020 being a crazy year, the pandemic, being stuck at home a lot, and a great streaming service like Disney Plus now existing, I decided now's the perfect time to binge watch Clone Wars, Rebels, and Resistance, and finally watch all the Star Wars animated content. Today's video, I'll be reviewing Season 7 of the Clone Wars, which is the last season of this awesome series. It's kind of bittersweet. Anytime there's a series you really love and you get to the last season, you know it's the last season, you're kind of excited to see how they wrap it up. At the same time, you're like, kind of sad because I want it to continue. This is so much fun to watch the series. But everything's got to come to end at some point. Really enjoyed Season 7. I thought this was a very interesting and enjoyable last season of the Clone Wars. So first off, you have a 3-episode story arc with this group of irregular clone troopers called the Bad Batch, which I really enjoyed. So you have 3 episodes: A Distant Echo, On the Wings of Caradax, and Unfinished Business. And so basically, let me explain first what the Bad Batch is. The Bad Batch are basically clone troopers that had something wrong go with them during the cloning process that made them a little bit different. But instead of like abandoning them as cloners or destroying them, basically then the clone scientists kind of tinker with them a little bit more and basically made them specialists because of the certain things that were different about them. So you can almost think of the Bad Batch as like the special forces troops of the clone troopers, but they're kind of special forces because something is different about them. Like one clone trooper is super strong, almost like Hulk-like. Another one is like a whiz with technology. Another one's like a perfect shot because he has better vision. So it's kind of interesting to see this kind of extreme motley crew of clone troopers. They added a very interesting dynamic. They were very interesting, funny. I really enjoyed this story arc here, and it's also kind of interesting to see how Rex, who's a very by-the-book standard trooper, react to this irregular group of clone troopers and realize, oh, maybe there's a different way. Maybe it's not by the book. Maybe this group of kind of different troopers can be just as effective, and in some ways even more effective than us regular clones. Next up, you have Gone with a Trace, Deal No Deal. Sorry, I wanted to say Deal or No Deal, and Dangerous Depth, and Together Again. And so basically, this little story arc focuses on Ahsoka and what happened to her in the immediate aftermath of the conclusion of Season 5. And so basically, she kind of flees into the underworld of Coruscant, but she's broke. Her speeder breaks down, and she basically stumbles across these 2 sisters. Sorry, I just forgot their name. Rafa and Trace. And she kind of becomes involved in their life. And she becomes very quick friends with Trace. They have a great relationship. Rafa, the other sister, a lot of them seems to be up to no good. And I guess Ahsoka realizes that, and so she becomes involved and wants to try to help protect her other friend, Trace. Trace very much hero worships her sister and just thinks she cannot do any wrong. And that's basically where the story arc goes, that these sisters are trying to find ways to make money and reach their dreams. So they're dabbling a little bit in the underworld of Coruscant and Star Wars, where they get involved a little bit in smuggling and stuff like that, and Ahsoka's going along. This is really eye-opening experience with Ahsoka because she really gets a view of how this war is impacting just the regular people in the universe. Not, Ahsoka's been seen at a high level, like how does it impact Jedi, troopers, the leadership of the political establishment, basically. But now she's getting to see, like, how are regular people impacted by this war, and how does it make them view the Jedi differently, in a lot of ways negatively. So it's kind of an interesting aspect. This was probably my least favorite story arc for Season 7. I felt like it was, I'm not sure, it just didn't feel like it fit nearly as well as some other aspects of it. Like, I thought it was weird that a huge part of the plot was built around these two sisters that we've never seen before, and then suddenly after this fort they're kind of gone and Ahsoka's on their own again. So it seemed like I think I would have enjoyed it more if it was some characters that maybe we already had some sort of prior relationship with. But at the same time, I think then you would have lost the aspect of Ahsoka kind of seeing how this part of society that she's never interacted with has viewed the war and viewed the Jedi. So I think you probably had to go that route, but of the last season, this was my least favorite story arc. And then the last two, or I should say the last three episodes is Old Friends Not Forgotten, The Phantom Apprentice, Shattered, and Victory and Death. 4 episodes, not 3. And basically here you get Darth Maul coming back. You're getting the acceleration of events that lead to the collapse of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, the destruction of the Jedi Order. All this stuff is happening in this last 4 episodes. Darth Maul comes back. A huge amount of the storyline centers on Mandalore. You're getting Ahsoka comes back in the fold, but she's refusing to join the Jedi, but she's still willing to help them. Anakin's having conflicted feelings. He's so happy for Ahsoka to be back, but he's in some ways disappointed she's not rejoining the Order yet. You get an awesome showdown between Ahsoka and Maul. Especially the last episode, how it ends. It is really cool. It's a great way to end the season. You know, a lot of times it's the standard thing to say usually season finales for series series finales are always disappointing. People always hate them. I felt like this was a great series finale. It was very well done. It leads perfectly into the events of the future, movies on New Hope, Empire Strikes Back. It pairs very well with what's going on. Because basically this story arc's happening with like what's happening during Revenge of the Sith. So it's a very cool companion piece, because the entire time you're watching this episode, it's like, oh, while this is happening, this is what's happening in the movie. It was very cool to kind of have that aspect of it, especially the last episode, where you're basically, while Ahsoka's battling Maul, Anakin's doing stuff on Coruscant. And it's kind of amazing to kind of think about that while it's going on. And you actually get to see Order 66 implemented during this story arc, which was very cool to see featured on the show. So overall, love this season, and also now that I finished the Clone Wars series, absolutely love this series. I can now see why over the years I've had some of these Star Wars fans, especially at events like Dragon Con, talk about like how awesome Clone Wars is. I'm so glad that I finally watched it. No regrets whatsoever. And actually, I already know, like, I'm definitely going to rewatch this probably sometime soon because I enjoyed it that much. Comment section below, let me know, what were some of your favorite characters and storylines over the entire course of the Clone Wars? I'd be very interested to see what you enjoyed. For me, it's probably Ahsoka, and I think the Clone Troopers. Those are my 2 favorite things from this series in regard to characters. So many great story arcs. Love Mandalorians, Death Watch, Darth Maul stuff was very cool. D-Squad, Bad Batch, so many great storylines, characters, concepts introduced. Love the Clone Wars. If you loved this video, please hit that like button. I'd appreciate the support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you show the support and hit that little subscribe button there. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos exploring the Clone Wars as much as I enjoyed doing them. Please stay tuned to the channel. I'll be posting videos in the future, in upcoming weeks, about Star Wars Rebels and Resistance. So please watch those as well. Thank you again for watching these series of videos. I'll see you the next time, and may the Force be with you.